For 100 years, Cedar Valley United Way has led the fight to improving health, education, financial stability, and emergency and basic needs right here in our community.
For me, what was really explained to me and what I really came to understand is that the United Way benefits so many different areas in the community. I wasn't really familiar with the structure of how it works, but in principle, in looking at the United Way, I thought, well, if I can get involved with the United Way, if I can donate financially, if I can volunteer, if I can be a part of a board, then we are impacting a lot of different areas throughout the community, a lot of different people, a lot of different community organizations that needed help and support. Here's a place where you can put your time, your attention, your volunteer efforts, and your money, and it can have an impact across the entire community. And that's, to me, that felt unique when it comes to supporting community service organizations. And so I got involved with volunteering with the United Way, got involved and sat on the board for a period of time. It's really just been eye-opening. It's really, I guess I would say it's been soul enriching, right? Because for me, being able to give and being able to see the impact of that giving, being able to be a part of the decisions about how money is spent, all of that has given as much to me as I feel like I've given to United Way or given to the community. So to me, United Way is the preeminent organization that does this across the country, in many cases across the world, as far as just trying to help people be the best versions of themselves, trying to give people opportunities to improve themselves, to improve their businesses, people who fall into tough situations and need a hand up. All of that is under the United Way umbrella. And so for me, it's really been an honor to be a part of that. And it will always be a part of my journey, no matter where my career takes me. I will always look to be involved with the United Way because I believe in what the United Way does, what they're about, and how they serve the community.
Well, 35 years ago, back in 1987, I was privileged to intern with the United Way when I was a graduate student at UNI. I was there for the entire summer, and during that summer, they were in the midst of launching the 211 Iowa program. So I was there when they took some of the very first calls for that. There was a lot of housing issues, rental assistance, utility assistance, also legal assistance always, especially with people facing evictions and those sort of things. In 1990, I started with the Housing Authority and I was a caseworker for approximately 25 years. And then 8.5 years ago, I became director. During this 32 years that I've been with the Housing Authority, I've seen a lot of need, not only for our low-income rental assistance, but also for childcare, after-school programs, mental and substance abuse programs, just everything you can think of. Legal assistance is still a big one, financial literacy, and the United Way helps with all of those programs. The Waterloo Housing Authority provides Section 8 rental assistance to approximately 1,050 persons or families in Waterloo. We also manage a 50-unit building for elderly called Ridgeway Towers, which is also subsidized housing. Throughout the past 3 decades, there has been numerous increases in the amount of programs available to persons, more agencies that are part of United Way, and you truly see the impact of United Way on all of these programs. There's so much more available for low-income persons in our community than there was back in the 80s.
Despite the challenges we have faced, we have persevered. In 1923, we provided funds with $63,484. With over $125 million awarded since our beginning in 1923, Here is the difference we are making.
The Foster Care Review Board program is a group of community volunteers who receive some specialized training. They get sworn in by a juvenile court judge, and I coordinate 3 boards in the area that review all of the cases of children who are placed in licensed foster care. Those boards review each case, they interview the parties in the case, and they make recommendations to the juvenile court judge about things that are in the best interests of the family and the children going forward. With regard to the court-appointed special advocate program, those individuals receive also specialized training and are sworn in at the end of that process by a juvenile court judge, at which time they're appointed to an actual juvenile court case, and they become the special advocate for the children in that case. And these are kiddos who have been removed from their homes because they've suffered abuse and neglect, and it's not through any fault of their own. These are just kids who've been removed due to circumstances beyond their control, and the volunteer advocate meets with them, meets with everybody in the case, interviews people, talks to their teachers and counselors and parents and caseworkers, and prepares a report that they submit to the court for each juvenile court hearing and makes recommendations in the best interests of those kids. Currently, I have 31 CASA advocates who are serving on cases. We have 41 cases. We're serving about 80 kids at any given time. Cases last from anywhere, well, they usually last about 18 months, and a CASA, once appointed, stays on the case the whole time.
The best part about it is just being that face that they see consistently, being there, seeing the recognition. They have caseworkers change and workers change all the time, but having that CASA that's there consistently, month after month, no matter what home they're in, what school they're being placed in, what's going on their reunifying timeline, I can be that consistent figure there throughout all of those changes, and that's really important and impactful.
The YWCA was chartered in 1911, so we've been around for 111 years. Many of the programs that we offer now are similar to the programs that we started out with. Our health and wellness, our aquatic programs, our swimming lessons have transcended all these years. Our childcare, our parenting, our programs for young girls have all been in operation in some shape or form since 1911. We look for at-risk parents. We look for young girls and young women looking to make a positive start in their life. We look for immigrant and refugees who have little or no English skills and little or no income. We also are serving a lot of what we call the working poor these days. Reducing barriers to participation is a priority for the YWCA. Many of our programs are free, and those that are not, like childcare and health and wellness, we provide financial assistance based on household income and size. We meet individuals where they are in their lives. We help them identify their own strengths and learn how to use them to actually address their own needs, and we support them throughout that process. The YWCA has not only survived, it has thrived over the last 111 years because of the support it gets from the community. I truly think it's awesome that for 100 years we have been in a partnership with United Way and continual partnership with them, where they have provided funding and in some cases support and guidance to the YWCA to make sure that the programming that we provide continues, because we are meeting the needs of some very vulnerable people in the community.
Celebrating our history, creating our future. Help us continue our legacy into the next 100 years. Give today to Cedar Valley United Way.